And today I'm giving you very much raw. And by the thumbnail, you already know it's going to be a raw tutorial. And I brought back my model here today. She was like, yeah, Lashay finna eat, Lashay finna eat. So y'all get y'all pencils and y'all papers and get ready to jot these 3 pointers down. Number 1, trust the process. Number 2, test your limits. Number 3, it's not about the product, it's about the technique. So that's the main 3 factors of this video. Also, we have 2 surprising guests in this video. Today we are using the L'Oreal foundation and the L'Oreal concealer. This is a low-end brand, but it does such a good job. And that's why I wanted to use it in this tutorial today, just so y'all can know that you don't have to spend all that money on foundation and concealer. To build your kit, you can honestly mix around. It don't have to be a kit full of expensive things and then you run your pockets. No, you have to invest in a very smart way. Get those products, start off low and then work your way up. So the first thing you'll do when you see your client, it doesn't matter if they say, oh, I washed my face, I did this, I did that. You want to know personally that you cleanse their skin. I go in with Noxzema wipes because I feel like it's very good and it helps avoid any breakouts. It cleanses the skin 100%. And then I'll begin to start off the brows. So for the new followers, the new subscribers, I know you're like, I know she is not using lash glue on this girl brows. Yep. It's a hack that I love and that I started on my YouTube channel, and it did shock the world, but a lot of people tend to love it. So the reason why I use dual lash glue for the brows is to help it have that luminous look and also long lasting. It also helps the brows stay in place, and I love that. It's easy to draw on the brows, don't have to worry about keep brushing the hairs back, then the hairs fly back out of place. So this is why I love the dual lash glue. So that's what I'm using today. Also, today what we're using to fill in the brows is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. This is one of my favorite low-end products, and you won't have to spend all that money on no brow pomade, girl. Go to your hair store. Y'all saw the hair store video. Go to the hair store, they have NYX there. Go to Walgreens, they have NYX there, or go to Ulta. And I love the brow pen today. I just wanted to use it just to show you guys how to get that perfect brow without overthinking it and just go right in. Today's concealer shade for the brows, we're going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Wear Concealer in the shade Almond and Honey. Make sure your first shade will be at least 2 to 3 shades lighter than your original skin tone, just to give that perfect defined arch. And also for the top of the brows, make sure you're going with a concealer shade or your foundation that is the exact shade of your skin, just to avoid a halo brow. Now it's time to set those brows and those lids in place. I just go right in. So this is the point where I say, trust the process, okay? A lot of people will have questions. Oh, why the brows are wide? Or, oh, da-da-da. You have to just go straight into it. Eventually, the brows will end up fading back to the color it's supposed to be. But the reason why we do this is just to mattify that area. Just because I do not like, I don't know if anybody else, but I do not like when the skin is wet. I don't like that wet, dewy look on every single part of the face. I feel like, no, it doesn't help with long lasting. So make sure you set every area you go upon. So 2 years ago, as the beginner, I would have told you guys, you know what, girl, just get you a little black liner, stay at low at her lash line and in at the end of her eye, and make sure you do not bring that wing liner out. That's what I would have told myself, because I used to discourage myself before I even tried. I would never test my limits. I would never take a risk. And in this day and age, people feel like, oh, you could just take a class and then the next day you're going to be like the makeup artist that you took the class with. That's not how that works. I feel like in these days, people are so entitled to feel like once you try it your first time, you're going to kill it. And that's not how that goes. So I say, you know what? This is my struggle area. So let me reach out to models. And it don't matter if I do it over and over again. Let me keep trying. And it came to a point where I can perfect it. I can run through clients and throw on these wing liners like it's nothing. So your problem areas is something that you need to continue to say, let me work on that. Let me apply pressure. Because if you don't, you're going to continue to discourage yourself. If you don't take risks, you're going to push yourself 5 steps backwards when you're supposed to go forward. So that's why I really want to get out to the beginners, because I've been there, done that with a lot of things. Eyebrows, wing liners, doing fair skin girls. These is my problem areas. But I had to say I will only discredit myself if I never try. So the wing liner we use today is by the e.l.f. Cosmetics in the shade Jet Black. And I also want to show you guys how you can do little hacks of using tape, or even if you want to use concealer just to perfect your wing liner. These are different hacks, and we in the day and age where TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, social media, they will help you out with your struggle areas. Off camera, I finished her other eye. Now it's time to moisturize. We're using Tasha, and I'm gonna be honest, I see why it's expensive, because this felt so good on her skin, and it felt so hydrating and cold, and oh, her skin was like glass. It just was perfect. So I do recommend you guys to invest into this moisturizer. Now, I didn't say you have to do it for your clients. It's other moisturizer that you can use for your clients. It depends on how much you want to spoil your clients. Because this right here, I was like, boo, I'm gonna have to put this in my kit. I'm gonna have to put this in for me when I do my makeup, because this is like, oh, she was like, it feels so good. I'm like, yes, girl, it's A1. And I see why it's expensive, because it gives that expensive feeling, you know, like a little Gucci, Chanel. So now we're going in with foundation. The foundation we're using is from L'Oreal Foundation Infallible, and I over love this foundation. Y'all be laughing when I say over love, but I'm dead serious. Add it to your kit. Do not wait. Run. Do not walk. Run. Okay. Add it to your kit. It's not an expensive foundation, but it's very medium to buildable, very full coverage. It gives that skin-like finish. And if you want to mattify it, you can always go in with a damp beauty blender and blend it all the way through. So we use 2 shades today just to mix and match to get that perfect skin tone. We use the shades 510 and 515. And I've been doing her for years, so I know how to finesse her skin tones, because at first I know y'all was a little scared, it was looking a little too orange, but you can always cool it down. Highlight the face, we went in with the 2 concealers from L'Oreal Infallible Wear Concealer in the shade Biscuit and Almond. And for the Cocoa shade, I used that to contour her. And it's at least 1 shade or 2 shades darker than her original skin tone. Also, we're going in with some cream blush. Any cream blush to your desire. I personally love e.l.f. cream blushes. Now that we're done with the format, now we'll begin to go into spray that face up. I love to spray the face, hydrate the face, because when you let those concealers dry down and it builds up the coverage, you want it to blend very seamlessly together and still have its coverage. So I'm going in with the Make It Last spray. This is from Milani 16 hour wear, and I love to use it throughout the clients. Key thing with blending is trust the process. It will get to the point where you will love it, but also finesse. So I go in back with my foundation brush just because it also has leftover coverage of that foundation we used. And if you want to blend out the edges of things that look a little harsh, you can. Now I'm going in with the damp beauty blender just to do is so blend out those under eye creases before we begin to set. Today we're using a Huda Beauty powder. I'll make sure I will show you guys. And I'm going in with a puff pad. I would recommend the puff pads off of Amazon, or if you want to try TikTok shop, but TikTok shop take too long. Okay, I ordered the oil and it took like 2 weeks. Okay, just the oil. So you just can refer to Amazon. And also remind your clients to keep looking up just to avoid those creasing, because you will begin to crease while that concealer is wet. after setting the highlighted areas, now it's time to go on with your setting powder that's similar to your skin tone. So I'm going with the Sasha Buttercup in the shade Banana, and I'm just setting the remaining of her face just to help with long lasting and also to have that mattifying look. So it's kind of hard to do her inner corner liner on camera, so I tried to record a little snippets of it and crop it out. But yes, I'm going in with the Ink Lock liner. This is my favorite liner to go in to use for the under eye. For the inner corner liner, I just feel like it does this big one, and you will have to get a brush that's real small on the end, like a very pointy brush, just to get those lines precise. Now I'm going to smoke up that under eye with the browns that we use for her eyes today. Y'all know this is my favorite bronzer palette. This is the Morphe 8D palette. You guys can get it from Morphe.com and order it. I overlove this palette, so I'm going in to chisel up the look with some bronzers, with some blush, snatch the nose, and we're just bringing that pigment up. So a lot of you guys have questions with Lashay. How do your contours and your blushes pop up so much? I know that's what you're known for. How do you snatch that face up? I'm gonna be honest, you guys really have to go into that pan. Do not be scared. Go for it. Like I said, makeup is fixable. It's not permanent. It's not like a permanent marker or a tattoo. You can always fix makeup. If you feel like you use a little bit too much, you can tone it down. If you feel like you use too much less, you can always amp it up a notch. So do not worry about being scared of it popping up too much. You want that blush to pop up, because when your client is having fun the whole night, blush seems to fade away. Okay, highlighter, things like that of sorts seem to fade away. Your makeup can be sweating off. Okay, so you want to do everything in this technique that I'm teaching you on my page. It's all for long lasting. You want to have your client call you or text you and say, girl, my makeup stayed on all night, send you a picture about how the makeup is looking 10 hours later and it's still up to part. So this is the technique if you want your makeup to look awesome throughout the whole event you're going to. So now we're going into bake. Is the difference between setting and baking. Setting is making sure you set that concealer in place. And baking is making sure you keep those areas brightened and you're snatching the features. So right now I'm snatching those cheekbones up. I'm going with the Sasha Buttercup, and I also wanted to keep her under eye brightened, so I went in with the Derma Blend translucent powder. And now it's time for the girlies. It's time for the lips, one of my favorite parts, and she is giving. For her lips today, we went in with the Morphe Nude Lipstick, and this is in the shade Virgin. And we also went in with a white concealer in the center of her lip just to make it a little bit more bright. And we popped on some Hair Store gloss, and to line up her lips, we used the Ruby Kisses in the shade Dark Brown. This mascara is from Maybelline. I also made sure I put it down below, but Maybelline be killing it there. We gonna have a video coming up real soon of using all products from Maybelline, so y'all stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell so you can see whenever Lashay posts, and add on to the family, because this family, you will learn all the tea and all the hacks when it comes to makeup and how to kill your face. For pressed powders, we're going in with the MAC Studio Fix. This is in the shade NW44. This is her original skin tone. This is to set the edges of her baking and to blend out everything seamlessly, and also set the remainder of the face just to have that smooth like finish. You want your client to look like a walking filter, okay? You do not want your client to depend on filter. So one thing about pressed powders, it amps up the coverage, okay? And now for her under eye, we're going in with the NC42 from MAC Studio Fix as well. This is a pressed powder that's at least 2 shades lighter than her original skin tone, just so we can keep those bright areas brightened. Just look how she looked with no highlighter, no spray, no nothing. She looks so good. This is the combo I love. This is my little spray cocktail. This is the Morphe Setting Mist, and also the One Size Make It Last. Okay, I love their sprays together. And now I'm popping on a bright under eye. This bright under eye, people say, is from like the UK girl look. I do love my girls to look animated, so I popped on a white bright under eye just to keep that eye brightened a little more. Okay, we love a bright under eye. This is very optional. You do not have to do this if you do not like that look, but this is something where it gives you animated, it gives you filter look, it just gives. Okay. Highlighter today, we went with the Urban Decay, and also I topped it with some J. LaRue Cosmetics Loose Pigment Glitter. This is in the shade White Gold. And we dimmed them lights, y'all, and this what we got. She looks so gorgeous. She looks so, out of a movie, out of an anime movie, and she looks so raw. Be ready to get ready for these glitter glams, these exotic looks, because this year these girls is not playing for prom. They're not playing. This can also be a birthday glam. So I just wanted to show you guys how to beat this face. If you guys do not subscribe to me already, make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe so you can be the first to see whenever LashaysGlamz posts. Also, welcome to the family. This is the page where you will learn all the gems, and we welcome you with open arms. The girls be helping each other out in the comments. Make sure y'all comment down below and let me know how you love this video. Hit that big thumbs up, share, tell a friend, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting. Make sure you follow me on all platforms at LashaysGlamz, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and just let me know what you would like to see next. If you have any questions, I'm a Miami makeup artist. I'm born and raised in Miami. I work in Hollandale Beach. So if you want to come to Miami and come get slayed, click that link in the bio on my Instagram and book your next appointment or your next class. I would love to help you and kill your face, okay? I love you guys so much. Remember, the lesson was number 1, trust the process. Number 2, test your limits. Number 3, it's not about the products. It's about the technique. I love you guys so much. Mwah.